All right, video number 5 in this short course on the Sicilienne. So we've now spent a lot of time on practice section 1, right? First 2 bars of the piece plus a note. Why did we do that? I didn't mention that to begin with. But just to say, if you'll notice, we just went over the bar line, one note. And ideally, we always practice over the bar line so that we connect and we don't get used to practicing and stopping at weird places. Dun, dun, da, dun. That's not a good spot to stop. And so we always want to go boom, boom, and land at a big beat. And so that's why we cross over one note over the bar line whenever we do a practice section. All right, so here we are at practice section 2. So with practice section 2, we've already done a lot of the work, right? We've already done the rhythm. We've got the experience of doing the first practice section, and we've got the first 2 notes because they overlap, right? We're still doing the pickup note for this section because we have it at the very beginning of the piece. So these first 2 notes are the last 2 notes of practice section 1. So there's an overlap there. So then there is a new marking here, and that is this right here. This is a tie. Because it's tied to the exact same note, it's a D tying over to a D, that means we hold it and we don't play that, but we don't stop the note from ringing either. So we let it keep ringing, but we don't actually play it. So then that thing, we do. This little 3 up here is the measure number, by the way. That's measure 3 is why that's there, just in case you saw it there. So then we're going to go back, clap the rhythm one more time, even though we've done it 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And so making sure that we still have that front of mind. And now we're going to play just the right hand by itself. And first we're going to play without the thumb. So 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. A lot on the B string there, yeah? So noticing, this is one of the reasons that we do this, we have the first string here with those 2 notes, and then we have all of this is the B string, is the second string. So then doing that one more time, do it as many times as you need to so you can get really comfortable with which finger is playing which string. I, A, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1. Making sure each finger plays as it does. All right. Now let's play the left hand by itself for this one. So we're starting off 2 finger on the A. So here we have 3 and 1 and 2. Keep holding it until you get to that open, and we need to lift on that. So make sure that you're holding this note for the entire length and lifting it there. So 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Same here. Hold the D until you get to the C and lift it just as you play. So make that switch. So from the beginning again, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Right in time, everything very crisp. So now let's put these hands together. Slowly corrective pauses. Let that D string keep ringing. Now this spot, this is where we have the 8th note, right? And so then this is where we move a little bit faster. Our movements are compressed, and we have a string change between these 2 notes. But luckily, the fingers work well together because it's M and then I, right? M and then I. So then noticing that that's happening will help that. 3 from the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Get ready with the A. 1. And take as many corrective pauses in there as you need so that you get that just so. At this point, you can also put in your swells going down, and then it's the exact same scheme, right? Get louder, get louder, get quieter. Get quieter right there, right? So then that would be your thing to do is there as well. 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1. Now louder, and 3. Now back off. 1. And so then that would be, it's called dynamics, swells, fades, volumes. And then we can put that together with the left hand and be in business. 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Taking as many corrective pauses as you need so that it's zero mistakes. Zero mistakes allowed. If you make any mistakes, you're going too fast. Black and white, very clear. If you make any mistake, stop, take your hands off the instrument and say, I am going too fast. And go back and take corrective pauses, being on a sharp lookout, eagle eye out for any sort of momentary confusion or not knowing what's next. Stop. Don't just guess, don't hack through it, and don't sight read it to death. Now, if you're wanting to memorize the piece, and I should actually have mentioned this to begin with, you can just test yourself at each level of the stages. So on the right hand, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So that was the right hand, and I just played it without looking at the music. Do that a couple of times, and then just the left hand by itself, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1. And so then I've just played that from memory. So then that's a way to memorize your music, is just to quickly test yourself right after you've been playing each little part, and then you can put them together and test it as well. And oftentimes you can memorize it incredibly easily if you memorize it step by step. The rhythm, the right hand by itself, the left hand by itself, and then putting it together. All right. In the next video, we will go forward into the other parts of the song. See you there.